A sudden chill runs across your skin, and tiny bumps appear almost instantly. Your body has reacted before you consciously notice it. Goosebumps can appear from cold air, fear, powerful music, or even a memory. Strangely, the same skin reaction serves different triggers. Under every small body hair sits a tiny muscle called the erector pili. When it contracts, the hair is pulled upright. The skin around that hair follicle also rises slightly. Those raised patches are the little bumps we recognize as goosebumps. The scientific name for this reaction is piloerection. It is controlled automatically, so you cannot simply switch it on at will. The signal usually comes through the sympathetic nervous system. This is part of the body's rapid response system for cold, danger, and excitement. A cool wind can trigger those nerves within seconds. Tiny muscles across the skin contract, lifting thousands of hairs at once. For humans, that seems almost useless. Our body hair is far too sparse to create anything resembling a thick winter coat. For our furry ancestors, however, raised hair had a practical purpose. It could trap a thicker layer of insulating air near the skin. Many mammals still use this effect today. A cold cat or dog can fluff its fur to reduce heat loss. Human goosebumps are therefore partly an evolutionary leftover. The machinery remains, even though most of the original insulation has disappeared. Cold is only one trigger. The same reaction can also appear when the brain detects something threatening or emotionally intense. Imagine walking alone at night and hearing sudden footsteps behind you. Before you identify the sound, your skin may already react. The sympathetic nervous system prepares the body for possible action. Heart rate can rise, attention sharpens, and hairs may stand upright. In heavily furred animals, that raised coat can serve another purpose. It makes the animal look larger and potentially more intimidating. A frightened cat with an arched back is a familiar example. Its puffed-up fur visually increases the size of its body. Humans kept part of this ancient defensive response. But with little body hair, the dramatic visual effect has mostly vanished. That is why fear can give us goosebumps even indoors. The reaction is not really about temperature at that moment. The brain has simply activated an old automatic program. Skin, heart, breathing, and muscles can all respond as part of it. But goosebumps become more mysterious when no cold or danger is present. Music can trigger them while someone sits perfectly safe. A powerful chorus, an unexpected harmony, or a sudden change in volume can produce chills. Goosebumps may spread across the arms. Researchers often call this kind of pleasurable chill frisson. It describes a brief emotional shiver linked to intense sensory experiences. Brain imaging studies suggest that rewarding music can activate networks involved in pleasure and motivation. Dopamine signaling also appears to participate. The exact path from a musical moment to raised skin is still being studied. Emotion and the autonomic nervous system clearly interact. One important ingredient seems to be expectation. The brain constantly predicts patterns in rhythm, melody, speech, and other sounds. When music fulfills or suddenly violates those predictions, attention can surge. A strong emotional response may then recruit the sympathetic system. That can help explain why one song gives one person goosebumps but leaves another unaffected. Personal memories and musical expectations differ. A melody linked to childhood, grief, love, or achievement may carry extra emotional weight. The skin reaction can reflect that intensity. Goosebumps can also appear during films, speeches, religious ceremonies, or moments of awe. The trigger does not need to be sound. A vast mountain landscape can produce a similar shiver. So can a dramatic reunion or a powerful scene in a documentary. In these moments, the body translates emotion into something visible. A private experience briefly leaves a physical pattern on the skin. Not everyone gets emotional goosebumps equally often. Studies suggest noticeable differences between individuals, though the reasons are still being explored. Personality, attention, familiarity, and emotional engagement may all play a role. No single trait completely explains who experiences them most strongly. There is another reason goosebumps can feel so sudden. The reaction happens through automatic nerves rather than slow conscious decision-making. You may notice the bumps only after they have formed. By then, the skin's tiny muscles have already received their signal. The response can also be uneven across the body. Arms, legs, neck, and back may react more noticeably than other regions. That distribution reflects differences in hair follicles, skin sensitivity, and nerve activity. The exact pattern varies from person to person. Goosebumps are usually harmless and temporary. They disappear when the cold, fear, or emotional trigger fades and the muscles relax. They can also occur during fever or strong physical stress. In those cases, the body may be reacting to rapid temperature changes. Persistent goosebumps without an obvious trigger are much less typical. On their own, they do not identify a specific medical condition. The everyday version is far more interesting as a glimpse into human evolution. A modern body is still carrying very old biological hardware. Your skin contains muscles that once helped a much hairier ancestor conserve warmth. The same system may also have improved thread displays. Over evolutionary time, humans lost much of their dense body fur. Yet the nerves and tiny muscles behind piloerection remained. Evolution often works this way. Old structures are modified, reduced, or reused rather than disappearing the moment their original job becomes weaker. Goosebumps are a small example of that history written into the body. They connect modern emotions with ancient survival mechanisms. A cold breeze can activate them for thermoregulation. Fear can recruit them during a defensive response, even if they no longer look impressive. Music and awe reveal another layer. The same automatic system can be reached through complex human emotion and sensory experience. That is what makes goosebumps so fascinating. One tiny skin reaction sits at the meeting point of evolution, nerves, temperature, and emotion. The next time your arms suddenly prickle, the cause may be more than cold. Your nervous system is revealing its ancient wiring. A few raised hairs can tell a surprisingly large story. They show how deeply our past is still built into everyday biology. If you enjoy exploring the hidden science inside ordinary experiences, leave a like and subscribe to Wonder Atlas World for more. Until the next wonder.